Hey up, Ian here. Right, today, obviously I'm out walking Bruno again. I'm just keeping my eyes on him, as well as looking at you. Today I want to just share some of the reasons why I decided to reboot the Coalface Stories podcast with the 60 series. Now, the purpose of the Coalface Stories podcast originally was to find out and discover the stories of people that have been living a life, been on a journey, been maybe on the roundabout route, not necessarily the direct express route to wherever the destination is, and they discovered insights and things, and their experience shape their world view. And it was more than just talking to entrepreneurs and business owners. It was about the power of stories. We've all got stories. We've all got stories of incidents in our lives that help shape us, how we become, whether it was meeting a partner, whether it's going to a fantastic place in the world. And a lot of these over the years, and I mean longer than the 20 odd years I've been running my main business. In fact, all my life I've listened to people tell stories about their adventures, about their life, about the journey, about things they've seen and things. So quite a lot of these people are no longer with us, but I still remember those stories. Like a gentleman that used to come in my mum's pub, and he, in his national service days, he got posted to what's now Malaysia for the Malaya crisis, and he's telling me about the things that he did there and how they travelled from Malaysia through Thailand on the train to Burma as the posting changed and things like that, and their experiences on the way. Another gentleman who was a lovely old guy. I had the pleasure of knowing and talking to him, and he spent his entire life working down the pit, down One Main, and he used to recant some amazing stories of the tricks that they got up to and the fun that they had, and along with the hard work that it took to get that coal out of the ground and into industry, onto the trains, warming people's houses and things like that. So these are powerful stories, and they're just a couple of examples, and they're one of the reasons I started Coalface Stories podcast in the first place, obviously with the name, and the name came from living in an area where coal mining was an essential part of life, along with the steel industry. And these people worked hard and they grafted. So excuse me while I change my hand over, I'm not as fit as I used to be. And yeah, so these stories were amazing, and that's one of the purposes of the Coalface Stories. And in the original series, which I'm re-releasing as part of the vault, I've had chats with people from all over the world, not necessarily business people, but people that were creating businesses, were exploring their life, their beliefs, their creativity, and wanted to share it with other people. And since COVID and me having to close down and stop producing the podcast, this is, for 5 years, this has rankled inside me, and it made me, it's sort of been bubbling away on the side that I should get all these interviews re-released and continue. So then, fast forward to a month or so ago, I realised I should be doing something for my 60th birthday. After all, for my 50th, if you've seen the video, I've already talked about that, where I walked from coast to coast, from Wickley Bay to Solway-on-Firth, along the route of the Hadrian's Wall and the Hadrian's Wall walk on foot over a period of a week. Oh, it's an interesting bird. Over a period of a week, some days doing 26 miles a day or more, and it was hard going. I was carrying everything I needed, kit, and I was stopping in pubs and B&Bs on the way, and I had met some lovely people, had lovely talks, and shared some wonderful experiences. So that's a shame. The video cut me off in full flow. Now, I haven't listened to it, so I might be repeating a few things, but this is part 2. So yes, I had some wonderful experiences doing my Hadrian's Wall walk, and I spoke to loads of wonderful people over the period of the walk, whether we were walking, dodging aggressive young cows and things, or watching sheep do strange things, or even sat in a car park having a cup of coffee after walking 15-20 miles, walking 10 miles over one day. Stupid me. I could have stopped and walked down the road into the pub a lot earlier, but these are the adventures I had, and they'll make some wonderful stories when I get round to telling them. And that's one of the reasons I'm rebooting the Coalface Stories podcast with the 60 for 60. There's loads of wonderful stories out here. In fact everyone's got at least one story or several about their journey. And what I found in the original series was that I might have been speaking to someone who had a science background over here, or someone that was spiritual over there, and that through their life experiences they had come to similar realizations and beliefs, even though they've gone completely different routes, completely different journeys. But then there was this sort of reoccurring occurrence of them having this similar realization, this similar belief system in the end. So I'm finishing off here before I run out of breath and walk up this little hill I've got to walk up, and you don't want to see me out of breath. So thank you for listening, and I'll try and merge both parts of the video together, and I'll catch you in a video soon.